So it's podcast number 4 with the mining hotels. After one episode at the headquarter, another at Humboldt House, the last one in Hamburg. Now I am in
Welcome to Amsterdam City
Amsterdam.
West. Yes.
Yeah. And again, a very, very nice hotel. So thanks for welcoming us here.
Pleasure.
And we are again in yes, of course, a family room. Yeah.
Yes, our famous family room for families, for friends, for school groups. Yeah.
Great. So you are with Meilinger for a while already, or
For a little while, yeah. No,
tell me a little bit
and a
about
half years already.
13.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, 1-3.
1-3.
I started off as a hotel manager for this very hotel. Was Meininger's first hotel.
Just here, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Meininger's first hotel in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. And I saw the ad. I knew Meininger from my previous job, and saw they were coming, and thought, yes, this is a nice opportunity. And yeah, I visited them in Berlin, and actually that very same day we agreed that it would be a great idea that we work together. And yeah, that's quite some time ago. And ever since, back then it was like 10, 12 hotels, the Meininger Group. We are now close to 40. And with that growth, I got the opportunity to grow as well. So once Brussels came into the picture, geographically, that made sense that I supported that. And yeah, as the company grew, the region, so to say, grew, and from hotel manager slowly grew into the position of regional director. Then now, yeah.
And today you not only have one hotel in Amsterdam, or
it's 6, and with one in the pipeline, Edinburgh, that we're opening next year. Yeah.
So a very important market, the Netherlands for mining or Benelux.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, great. So it's not the first time that I meet someone who is with Meininger for 10 years and more. Daniela, I think 24 years. Our second podcast, incredible. So since the very beginning, what makes Meininger unique for you? So what did you...
Good question. I mean, it's a bit cliche, but it's the people. What I think makes us unique is that we have managed to, we grew, and we were not the same business that we were back then. But what stayed is the informal yet professional approach to business. And what I love about it as well is that you can have like high end or business oriented business models. We our team, when they're asked for where can I go, what should I see, they can always answer that question from their own perspective because they level with the guest, and that makes it a place where everyone can be themselves. And I think that really adds to the quality and the success of the formula.
That's my impression. So there are a lot of touch points between the staff, your colleagues, and the guests.
Yes.
So if you return the plates and everything in the morning of the breakfast, for example, it's unique, but special. Right? It makes everything a little, very, very human.
Exactly. No, that's a good one.
So today we are talking about a specific topic. What?
DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which has become more and more a topic on the agenda. Globally, but inside Meininger as well. Yeah.
Okay, so what does it specially mean?
What is it? Yeah. Yeah, when that's asked, is diversity is a fact, inclusion is a choice. When you look around you, you see people from all sorts of walks of life, all ages, all abilities, gender, you name it. And inclusivity being a choice means that you acknowledge those differences, you embrace them because you recognize there's value in them, because your background is different from mine, meaning that you have a different perspective on things, and your perspective can be very meaningful for me as a person, as a business, because if I understand you, that means that I can adjust myself better. If you say something that is surprising to me, I would have a better understanding of why that would be, and I can play a part in that.
So I understand. Is it a relevant topic for you personally as well, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Being a queer man and married recently, actually.
You told me, yeah? Was
yeah.
the thought, huh? All the best for you.
No, thank you. And having a really diverse group of friends and means that you hear stories, you experience stories, but you also hear stories about exclusion, about, and there can be, it doesn't mean that people are heavily discriminated. It can be very small yet meaningful discrimination as well, or misunderstandings, for instance. Yes.
So bad examples. Of how it shouldn't be.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's talk about the DEY topic at Meininger. How does this? Where did this come from? Is it something from the boardroom, or
yes and no,
pushed by the management, or?
What happened at some point as we grew as Meininger, we had the need to talk about why are we here. Everyone can put a bed in a room and put it on the market. What's our story? What's our background? And we composed our mission and our vision and our values, and one of those taglines was, "We're as diverse as our guests." And I was like, yes.
A few years ago already?
This was like 4 or 5 years ago or something. And I was like, yeah, that's indeed the case. But what do we do with that? And when we say that, how do we live that? And with some colleagues, we had that conversation and proposed to not only talk
the headline, but to dive into
the talk.
Okay. And so I think this word for grassroots a little bit, because you've got you did your own experiences, and
it was a good bottom up.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about this? Or?
We started reading about the topic. We started talking with people in and outside of the industry. We started listening to podcasts, to watching YouTube videos, TED Talks, and so on. And through that, we kind of educated ourselves and wrote a plan for, say, 2-3 years. Okay, where do we want to be in a couple of years, and how do we get there? And there were a couple of things there. There was education that was really important. There is internal promotion. We started a small group of people who would work on again internal communication awareness days, a monthly newsletter with information on things related to diversity and equity.
To the colleagues, even
internally only. Our colleagues in the marketing department were immediately very enthusiastic. Oh, we need to communicate this also to the outside world. And yes, they were absolutely right about that. But we were also saying, let's wait with that a little bit. We cannot already say that we are who we are, where we are, unless we also have something to back it up with. And that's really important, I think.
So you're not only talking about a little group of people, but about different, I think, even departments involved in this
slowly but
beginning and process. Okay.
Yeah. You can't do again. We started the conversation, but what we absolutely needed on board was HR. When you talk about education, that's their specialism, who embraced that as well. As I said, marketing and PR first inside, and slowly also announcing, celebrating things to the outside world.
Okay. Was there any bigger step to gain more visibility even within the organization? So a project, or it for the first time, the topic really.
There were a couple of things. We had what was a quarterly call where we invited the entire company or everyone who was interested to join, and there also to gather ideas. One idea that came from that was, for instance,
And now you're not only talking about departments, but about locations and countries and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, this was not just a regional or a headquarter thing. This, I mean, diversity is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So we wanted to speak with as many people as possible. Now, one of the topics that was raised there was the period poverty project, as we called it later. Somebody said, "Are you aware that some people, or many people actually, do not have access to hygiene materials, menstruating people?" And for me, that was an eye opener as well. And educated ourselves on the topic and realized that every hotel and every headquarter right now is equipped with hygiene materials for people who need that. And so that's one topic that came from there. Another one was we were.
So now we're already talking about today, so the status quo. So
this
started
this
5-6 years ago, and that's where you stand today. And nice.
Yes.
Okay.
There was the topic of uniforms that came up, and we decided to go to a shape and form where everyone could basically choose their own and have a mix and match of hoodies, caps, whatever, but have also a neutral approach there, or a unisex approach there, however you want to call it.
Okay. So these are 2 or 3 examples. It's another example you're proud of today, because it's a long way still to go. But what is you establish? Or?
I think most proud, if you could say that, is that we've established that it's embraced by other topics, and that it's not necessarily this small group that brings topics to the table. It's become its own. As I said, HR is now developing education on some trainings on some topics, online, in person. It's become an integral part of the staff survey that we perform every year, to understand how certain demographics appreciate certain things, to be able to learn and really understand how people from different backgrounds feel about certain things.
Is there anything that didn't work, or that you tried, but any project?
Can't say things did not work. Some things took a bit more time to realize. I mean, in the end, we are a commercial company. We are a hotel business, and that's what we do. And we're not activists, and we don't have to be. There was the topic. I mean, we are sitting in a multi-bedded room here, and we sell this, as you said, it's a family room, yes, but we also sell it as a mini dorm, for instance, meaning that.
That's long enough, no? For me, yes.
So for 4 people who don't know each other can book a bed and stay here. We also offer that space for
even that's possible.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
People that don't know each other. Okay.
Yeah. We're this hostel hotel feel.
Yeah.
So we also offer that to women, and at some point it came to our attention that, and this didn't happen every day or every week, but trans or non-binary people would check into a women's dorm, and there would be questions either from our team or from other guests in the room. how do we deal with that? And this was a conversation that we took to the board and said, okay, what can we do about that? And we had a conversation about that, made a proposition, and that took a little bit of time. That is not a topic that is very common for many people. Because in the end, we came to agreement that it is important to have. We say we welcome everyone to do that, to think about a topic like that as well, which resulted in house rules change. It results also in this is something that HR is working on, a piece of education training for all the frontline people.
So training, workshops,
exactly,
stuff like that.
Because it can happen that you're standing at reception and somebody arrives to you presenting as what you would call a woman, but with a male in their passport, because not all countries recognize transsexuality or non-binary, where it might not immediately be clear to someone who they are. And to make people aware of those differences helps them have a better understanding, helps us provide better service, helps us to
makes them also more confident.
Exactly.
Okay, because it's not...
That's exactly it. Yes.
And a better host, because so everyone feels really welcomed.
Everyone is welcome here, yes.
Nice. What do you mean with house rules? So how does house rules change?
As in we have a little poster inside the hotels. We present this online where it says basically a couple of do's and don'ts. And one of the paragraphs that we added says, your room, your choice. You can stay where and however you'd like to.
Okay.
And we accommodate you accordingly.
So very, very interesting. And you said, okay, of course, mining hotels is still a business. And but I still think that hospitality is such a great example of how the topic can be.
Hospitality, and especially hotels, and the concept that we have here, we literally welcome everyone, whether from everyone from all over the world.
You've got the guests from all over the world,
exactly,
but also the staff,
but also our staff. Indeed, I mean, I don't know how many nationalities we have working in this place alone. I think I'm one of 2 or 3 people who are actually from Amsterdam, from the Netherlands. Everyone comes from everywhere, which makes it this great melting pot of all those different backgrounds and thoughts and ideas. It's very inspirational.
And Amsterdam in general is quite open, or how?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, it has a rich history of people coming from all over the world.
So it's a really good place, also for
I really love
to work on this on this topic as Meininger. Great. Yeah. So I think that not everything worked out so far, but you're working on the topics. Is a group taking care of the topic, or who actually is pushing the? It's now every department is responsible of pushing the topic, or
we have
it's an ambassador still or something.
Yeah, it's a mix, I would say. So we have a small core group of people who get together every now and then. We have an agenda of topics to discuss. But as I said, education comes from HR. They come with their own ideas and suggestions to bring that up.
That's change.
And we were now talking about gender identity, but diversion is so much more. It's religion, it's accessibility, and I mean, ableism is a big problem. This year we are focusing very much.
It's all part of the
absolutely.
On the topic, yeah.
On accessibility, and accessibility not only
for handicapped people, or yeah,
exactly, and so accessibility for guests, but also accessibility from a staff perspective. And when you talk about accessibility for guests, the first thing you think about is a wider door, wheelchair accessible, but there are many other things. People who have hearing issues or can't see as well as you and I can, assuming that is, and looking at that, so our website is being adjusted as we speak to be able to welcome as many people as possible to us, and then that goes much further than our core group. That requires our IT people, our web designers. We look at rooms. We're talking with facility management, with projects. I mean, it's.
So also everywhere. my picture of Meininger gets more and more clear, because the last episode was with Johannes in Hamburg about inclusion. So, and I think in Hamburg, only Hamburg, they have 3 people with a handicap background working there.
And many hotels have that, and by paying more attention to that as a group, and learning from each other, learning from Johannes's experience in Hamburg, inspires other hotels to do the same. We have similar initiatives here in Amsterdam, in Brussels, and all over Europe.
So where do you see the biggest challenge? Because of course there are still challenges on the guest side, but also on the staff side.
I think one of the challenges that we run into is we are pan-European. We're everywhere. We're in Scandinavia. We're in Italy. We're opening up in Edinburgh, but we're also in Poland, and that's legislation. If you talk about accessibility, for instance, there is different rules everywhere, and to
culture rules. So
that's complex, because if you from a guest perspective, what are you looking for when the rules? I can say my rooms are accessible, but that means something else in different locations. So we need to find this common language that helps us communicate this with to our guests, with our colleagues.
But I imagine, of course, there is always skepticism from someone, internally or externally.
Yes, that happens.
How do you handle the skepticism, or do you start a discussion immediately with someone about a topic, or
if
there's a problem?
That depends. I guess that it comes from a lack of experience or education, however what word you wanna use, and I think that indeed having a conversation, providing information on the topic brings a better understanding, and it's also okay to disagree on something, right? I mean, if you find something that is not necessarily applying to me, doesn't mean you can't do it. And sometimes getting something through takes a bit longer, or ends up in a different shape and form, and that's fine, because that's a result of that conversation. And I think one of the very valuable elements of DEI is that internal conversation. I remember the first time we had a speaker. It was a hotel manager workshop in Krakow, I believe last year, and that was a workshop of an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, but the impact that it had lasted so much longer. The topic was inclusive language, and some people had never heard of it. Others were better involved in the topic already. but the entire rest of the workshop, people continue to talk about it. Then imagine managers bringing that back to their hotel, but also bringing it back home. Continuing the conversation there. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, having that conversation, about growing together. One of our internal taglines as well is something that you want to establish. Really,
it's incredible, huh? Such how a company, enables these conversations, because today in the society it's quite often a problem that people don't talk to each other because opinions are different, and then there are no discussions, there are no conversations. But during such a workshop, in the end you have to find the common language, as you said.
I mean, the diversity is there, and if you want to continue to live and work together in the best possible way. And again, we are not activists or anything. We're not trying to change the world. We just try to make the best possible environment for our guests, for our colleagues, and this is a small part of that. Small but significant.
Yeah. So hospitality, or especially the mining hotels, is a great example. What do you think other companies, so not only from the hospitality industry, can learn about how to treat this topic?
Speaking from my own perspective, is I would say if somebody has an idea, don't wait for a big money injection or anything. Don't wait until you have everything crystallized. Just start small. Start having a conversation. Surround yourself with people who are aligned with that idea. Also find allies in different layers of the organization. And start small, and again, having that conversation, because again, it started from a couple of people talking about it, and it's now becoming policy left and right. I would love to have a big bag of money and all that, but maybe the fact that we don't have that, and I mean necessarily dedicated to these topics, also makes it more tangible. And I think the grassroots idea and the grassroots that it comes from makes it rooted in the inside the. Yeah, how do you say that? Yeah,
and that's the most authentic way in the end. So everyone can follow as well, and understand how something began. And
precisely,
exactly. Yeah, and again, that's same as that Johannes said in Hamburg. So to find allies. So not only in the hotel or in the company structure, but even in the city. Yeah, because in Hamburg there was an institution working with handicapped people, and then just started to work together. Yeah, great. So what's next in your journey here, the I journey? Something, any bigger projects for the next 12 months or?
Yeah, I said the accessibility topic, that is, and that's also, we're paying a lot of attention to that right now. This is a journey that we're on. We're also learning a lot as we go along. And what I said, start small and don't make it too big, because once you start thinking about a topic, especially if you're not an expert on it, it becomes very overwhelming. If you talk about, again, accessibility, you can talk about making adjustments to rooms, but how about this group? How about that group? And there's a risk that you become overwhelmed and say, okay, I don't know where to start anymore. But my advice would be just start and get experts on board. Speak with people who, if you're not part of the target group, so to say. speak with people who it concerns and learn from them, and also accept that you can't do everything at the same time. Things take a little while.
Great. Oh, thank you so much. And as you are from Amsterdam, last question. What's your favorite place in Amsterdam? Is there one? There are so many, of course. Huh?
Yes.
I discovered a lot the last few days, but
not really a place, but one of my favorite moments, I would say, is when the sun is at a certain starts to come the golden hour, cycling around the canals. It's just one of the most beautiful pictures you will ever have. The beautiful canal houses, the golden light on the water. That's one of the most beautiful pictures you can ever get here, and it always strikes.
And I exactly enjoyed these moments with my son yesterday. And when the sun goes down, it's incredible.
Right?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity. It was a pleasure.
And great topic, great journey, and all the best for the future.
Thank you
Pieter,
very much.
Thank
Same
you.
to you.